Alright, so the retcons are finally over and we are officially going into new chapters now because we are continuing Suiryu joining the Neo Heroes. Meaning that, yeah, we're still not finding out what's going on with Empty Void, Blast, Flashy Flash, Sonic, and even Saitama. But it's fine, I'm sure we'll come back to them, maybe in a Tarantino-esque way later on. But anyway, we're seeing Suiryu meet up with the other Neo leaders in this chapter. They're like the Neo Heroes equivalent to the S-Class Heroes in the Hero Association. And Suiryu is first meeting up with Child Emperor, who in the Neo Heroes is being referred to as Wild Emperor, Metal Bat, and Sekengar. The three of those are kind of like undercover in the Neo Heroes. They're not really defecting. They're kind of just there because they have to be, essentially, to figure out what's going on with the Neo Heroes, if they are legitimate or not, because obviously they sense that there's some nefarious deeds going on potentially behind the scenes. And we're seeing Darkshine here as well. Darkshine has joined the Neo Heroes, but I think he has legitimately joined them. Like, he's not part of this undercover group here, because Metal Bat is surprised when he sees him. But not only has Darkshine joined the Neo Heroes, he's retired from being a hero. And he's like very serious about it too. The war against the Monster Association seems to have fully broken Darkshine. Because you have to remember, going into that battle, he was, I guess, undefeated. And had never really even been tested up until that point. Because remember, we saw him fight Bug God, who... Man, a couple years ago, I made a video like thoroughly power scaling all of the demon levels in the series, and it turned out that he was by far the strongest demon in the series at that point. And Darkshine had literally one shot at him. And then after that, you know, he goes on to fight Garo and gets beat down for the first time. So that was like the beginning of his decline into fully breaking, and he had a momentary comeback against the Cadres later on. But once Vomited Fear Ugly came out, it was all over Darkshine, and he wound up getting like a big scar on his chest, which I guess the shirt he's wearing is supposed to reflect. And another interesting thing about like the cross star-shaped symbol on Darkshine's shirt is that it's also the same symbol on McCoy's eye patch. Now, I don't know if this is like the Neo Heroes like symbol or not, because when we see the Neo Heroes logo, it doesn't really have that star cross thing in it. So this could have more symbology behind it from one, possibly. But Darkshine goes on to reveal that he's like a trainer now to the Neo Heroes, considering that he's retired. But first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Extra Wallet. So if you've been following my channel for some time now, you'll know that I love the Extra Wallet. I've been using it for almost 4 years now. In fact, Extra is one of the first sponsors that we've had on the channel. And the main reason I love Extra Wallet is because it's super slim and it has quick card access. That's right, it has a trigger mechanism that pops up your card. Like I said, I've been using this for almost 4 years now, and it still never gets old. Recently, I just got the Parliament wallet, which has premium leather, extra pocket for cash or cards, holds up to 12 cards, blocks RFID, which is wireless theft, and comes in 6 colors. Extra also has their new Finder card that works with Apple's Find My app, allowing you to track your wallet and other belongings with ease. You can also ring your Finder card from up to 300 feet away, and now's the best time to get your very own Extra Wallet because of their back to work sale, where you're going to get 25% off trackable wallet. And if you use my code Zhoniin1, you'll get an extra 5% off. So altogether, with my code, that's 30% off. And of course, the link will be in the description. Thanks, guys. And we see Ryumon here, one of the Neo leaders, laughing at Darkshine because of that. And he's like, looks like even someone with no guts can make it to the S-Class over there, huh? But that ain't how it works with the Neo leaders, so watch out, okay? And then after this, Metal Bat's like, oh, excuse me? And he like starts to walk up to Ryumon, and Sekengar stops him. He's like, don't, bro, it's not worth it. And Metal Bat like exhales. Oh, what a great sequence, because Metal Bat obviously is ride or die for Darkshine and most of the other S-Class heroes, especially the ones that he knows are actually like heroes and will actually go out there and put their life on the line. Like, he fought side by side with Darkshine in the final war against the Monster Association and the Cadres and all that stuff. And he knows how far Darkshine went. So when somebody like Ryumon says that, he's like, oh, excuse me? You know, this guy just fought in a freaking war to save the world. Like, he just saved you. It's like, where were you when we were fighting the Cadres? It's just, oh, such a great touch, this sequence. Really gives more life to these characters and showing that, yeah, they do care and they do have relationships here, even though they're not always explicitly, fully explored on the actual page. I also think this is setting up that Ryumon is going to fight Metalbat. And it's very likely might be Metalbat's final opponent of this arc because they are like a contrast and a parallel to each other. And you also see that with a few of the Neo leaders here, like Wavy Gaza, which we'll get into. We talked about her in the previous chapter. She's supposed to be like the competitor to a My Mask. Ryumon is kind of like Metalbat. They're both like, you know, the Bancho-y types, Yakuza adjacent, if you will, more so Ryumon than Metalbat. And then Wavy Gaza is like the idol turned hero, like My Mask. And then we'll see at the end of the chapter, Raiden is obviously supposed to represent the Darkshine of the Neo heroes. But it's not like that for all of them. There's just some characters who reflect others here. But speaking of Ryumon, I think this is the first time we're like fully introduced to him, right? Because before that, we only had really seen him just talk. And McCoy explains that he's the boss of the Ryumon gang, which I guess is like a Yakuza thing of this world. And it has 400 members. And that's fine, I guess, because he has been involved in organized crime, but they're just looking the other way and letting him join the Neo Heroes because he's turning the other cheek. He wants to be good now, as he says. And he says, I educate those under me with a strong hand, you know? So you might want to watch your attitude towards your seniors, referring to Metalbat here. And that raises the question, of course. So this guy is a Neo leader, and he's straight up talking crap to Darkshine's face. Darkshine, freaking huge, by the way. I think he's grown in size. He seems like even bigger in this chapter somehow. But it begs the question, like, how strong is Ryumon? And I'm just gonna say right now, we have no idea. Not even in the webcomic currently do we really know how strong Ryumon is. So your guess is as good as mine. I'm just going to take a guess and say that he's probably around the level of Metalbat. Just taking a guess. Again, I have no idea. But it's like, where have guys this strong been? I guess they're just chilling in random parts of the One Punch Man world and they just don't want to join the heroes. I mean, we've seen that is the case. Like the Council of Swordsmen and the martial artists. There are really powerful guys out there that don't necessarily want to be heroes. But I do think that Ryumon is going to be like the full-blown bad guy, like non-turning heel of the Neo heroes here. And I don't think that is the case for all of them. I think some of them are going to eventually turn good or join, you know, the heroes from the Hero Association in whatever battle they're fighting. And that's Axel, the next Neo leader that we're getting introduced to here, which we were introduced to before. He was actually one of the first. He's the leader of a vigilante group called the Hunters, who actively take down monsters. Also don't know how strong this guy is, but I assume he's pretty strong if they're making him a Neo leader despite, and I just don't think it's because he has like 47 people who can join, although that might be the case because this next guy in Felsenave is kind of like a cult leader, and he has like 3 million followers. It's like, is he strong? I don't know. And then we have Zaditz, who is like this really rich, powerful backer of the Neo heroes. He's also a Neo leader. But apparently he's not strong because Sekengar is like, you're just going to put this guy on the front lines? Isn't it dangerous? And then Zaditz is like, nah, there's no need to concern. I allocate most of the budget to my equipment. So he has good tech. I assume with all of that money, he has to have tech comparable to like Child Emperor maybe? I don't know. Is that like exclusive to his intellect along with Metal Knight? Can you just buy that from someplace? But the jury is out with them. But Webby Gaza, we're also reintroduced to in this chapter. We know that she's really strong. She's definitely S-class level from what we've seen in the previous chapter. And we're also hearing that after a 6-month hiatus where she endured various human experiments, she is returned as an enhanced human. So it's like, what was that? What did they do to her? You know, we'll find out eventually, but she is one of the rare examples of us hearing about this. Like, this doesn't typically happen to people, you know, in this world. We have, like, Genos, of course, and then we have, like, the House of Evolution people. And then I'm sure there's a few select others. But I also like the way that they describe her here. It's like, As you know, Wavy Gyaza is a hugely popular idol singer who has been riding high and has overwhelming support from teenagers, and anyone who speaks ill will of her will not go unchallenged by her crazy enthusiastic fans. Like, I guess she's supposed to be like the Taylor Swift of this world or something. But then at the end of the chapter, we see Darkshine trying to introduce himself to Wavy Gyaza, and then suddenly Raiden comes in. And he's just towering over Darkshine, who I just thought got even bigger in this chapter, and it shows you that Raiden is even bigger than that. I wonder if Raiden is even bigger than Boros. So Darkshine is 7'8.5", and Boros is 7'10.5". I thought Boros was taller than that. So, judging from this, it looks like Raiden might be even bigger than Boros. Like, Raiden might be 9 feet tall or something. I don't know. But he's like, are you really not going to fight? Just staring down Darkshine. Darkshine looking kind of concerned here. So this raises the question of like, oh, wow, how strong is Raiden if he's like almost sunning Darkshine here? Because while Darkshine, did get messed up, has some serious PTSD and retired, he was still one of the strongest S-Class heroes. Like, I'm pretty sure he could destroy Ryumon if they fought. I'm just taking a guess. For Raiden, I don't know. But maybe we'll find out in the next chapter. That's pretty much it for this one, guys. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And if you liked the video, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.